Okay, good evening. Okay, finally Uzodinma has come out again and lament in the church. He said, IPOB are not the cause of the insecurity and the death of Mohammed Gulak. He said what? He said Tinubu should forgive Nnamdi Kanu. At the same time, Wike in a trending video what we saw on the internet has come out and said what? That Uzodinma knows the killer of Mohammed Gulak. That if it's coming out to say that it's a political assassination, that means Uzodinma knows and should be held accountable for the killing of Mohammed Gulak. What's your take as regards this?
ICC, International Criminal Courts, because there are many IPOB youths in Igbo land whose life were wasted as a result of assassination of Mohammed Gulak. Mohammed Gulak was killed the first day there was sit at home in Imo State. And actually, they know that that day was the first implementation of boycotts from business activities, from civil servants, government, federal government agencies going to their normal duties. It was the first day of implementation of sit at home in the southeast. How then? Who invited Gulak into southeastern Nigeria? Who told Gulak to come and collect whatever money or incentives, from Imo State government house? You know what I'm trying to say? You know that Wike is always like to be on the news. Now he has turned all his venom onto Hope Uzodinma. That Hope Uzodinma actually knows the killer of Mohammed Gulak. Mohammed Gulak was shot by unknown assailants. That was the first day we had sit at home in the southeastern Nigeria. And I know that some bloody, wicked politicians might like to cling on that sit at home order to perpetrate their dastard cruelty, that day. And actually they succeeded on doing that. Why could Mohammed Gulak venture into that kind of, let me say, transaction on the very day the Igbos are boycotting, activities, business in the southeastern Nigeria as a result of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's, incarceration or arrest from Nairobi, Kenya? That was the first day. It was so deadly in the southeast because no one came out. Teachers, that is schools, businessmen, that is traders. Then you are talking about civil servants, state and federal, local government. Everybody were indoor. Mohammed Gulak left north. Alighted from airplane at Owerri Airport. Then alighted, with his Sienna on the way to Hope Uzodinma government house, Imo. Don't you know that in Combe, something there? I don't know what I understand. And without now, federal troop, federal, military, the armed forces, the police began to suspect IPOB youths. And of course, you know that nobody was after killing anybody. They were just expressing their grievances. Why must Nnamdi Kanu be extraordinary, rendition from Nairobi, Kenya? And it was that first day that they gunned down Gulak Mohammed. Politicians in Nigeria should know among themselves. Even Wike himself is not left out. How did he know? How did Wike know that it was Hope Uzodinma? Tell me now, how could somebody just like that in Rivers State now myopically telling people that it was Hope Uzodinma that planned Gulak's shooting? How did Wike know? The worm, the ant, the caterpillar that eats the vegetable is living within the vegetable. Federal government should sweep into action and arrest Wike to tell the whole world how come, how did he know it was Hope Uzodinma that actually planned shooting of Gulak. That's a political assassination. I'm blaming Wike because Wike is coming up with an empty accusation. A man that denied his kinsmen, his ancestors, that is not an Igbo. A man that is in the APC, he is in another political party, PDP, committing all manners of anti-party activities against PDP, is now pointing accusing figure at Hope Uzodinma. That Hope Uzodinma masterminded shooting of Mohammed Gulak. Someone Hope Uzodinma well, good. That is good for him. Hope Uzodinma, Chebi, he belongs to their clique. He's one of the weakest cliques. They are the one that are masterminding electoral malpractices in Nigeria. Each and every time there is or was political presidential election in Nigeria, Hope Uzodinma, yes, Adam Ochomole, Nyeso Wike, Tinubu, they work hard to manipulate it. And they all manipulated 2023 presidential election. They all manipulated 2019 presidential election. They all manipulated 2015 presidential election. So what is it that is bringing trouble in the camp of these electoral manipulators experts? See, let me tell you, it is part of their expertise. They know too well how to rig elections. They know too well how to fight their oppositions. And I'm telling you that what is happening now is an implosion. It has begun to imploding. It won't be an explosion because nobody outside their camp would know about it or be among the trouble that is coming ahead. It's an implosion. It's going to implode, and it has actually imploded because it is happening within APC. It is happening within PDP. The both political parties are very, very bad party currently, judging by the level rate of defection we have in PDP, into APC political platform. So it is all their headache. I'm telling you, from PDP to APC, APC to Tinubu, Tinubu to Wike to Uzodinma to Rochas Okorocha, all of them. Look at Charles Soludo, an Apuga man behaving like APC, even promising Tinubu he will win an election in Anambra State, even after giving him some parcels of land to build a rest home. Tinubu is mimicking that senseless governor of Anambra State. Mimicking. And the Soludo doesn't understand all these games. You see one thing, many people are living in township. But if you look at their character, they are all behaving like bushmen. Soludo is not living in the township. From Onitsha to Isuofia, how many kilometers? Isuofia to Oka, how many kilometers? Charles Soludo has never tested township in his life. From his home to UNN Nsukka, from UNN Nsukka to Central Bank of Nigeria, Central Bank of Nigeria to his mansion in Abuja, is a bushman. Yes, they should settle among themselves. Nothing concerns us. Wike, if he likes, he should consult Wadibia or native doctors or some prophets to tell him who was behind Gulak shooting. It has nothing to do with Igbos. The reason why I'm bringing ICC into this matter is that many Igbo youths suffered, died as a result of Gulak shooting. They killed over 10 Igbo youths, accusing them of masterminding assassination of Mohammed Gulak. Those youths are innocent. Their blood are crying for vengeance upon Brutai, the former chief of army staff, upon the head of Buhari, the former Nigerian president, upon Uzodinma, the current bloody Imo State governor. The blood of those innocent youths, Igbo youths, that they shot, arrested them, wasted their lives, accusing them of killing Gulak. And today, the truth has surfaced that the killers of Gulak are not IPOB members. And today, from the horse's mouths, from the governor's mouth, from the political juggernauts, all of them in the southeastern and south-south Nigeria, much hot argument going on among themselves, debating who are actually the culprits that assassinated Mohammed Gulak.
Okay, we know that the federal government are serious as regards using this Mohammed Gulak, death to frustrate the effort or the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But with this, a lot of people have come out on social media, have come and said that if Uzodinma wants to be forgiven, that he should make himself or take himself to the court and testify that Nnamdi Kanu is not, the one that killed Gulak, and will be forgiven. Since will be forgiven, do you think this is visible?
Yeah, if actually hope Uzodinma wants to be forgiven in Igbo land, it should go to court and testify against what those masquerades are saying. Those masquerades are testifying nonsense, testifying immodest. Immodest, I don't care. They are not the SS. If they are the SS, they should unmask their faces. They might be Fulani, they might be Igbos, they might be Yoruba. They were paid mercenaries working for federal government, all in the name of money, to nail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Hope Uzodinma should go to court and testify that Gulak assassination has nothing to do with the IPOB. Let me tell you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no hand in anybody's assassination in Igbo. He's a free man, he's an innocent Biafra agitator. They are making matters worse for him. And if I could be in the position of Omotocho, I should tell them that Hope Uzodinma, Gulak, Nnamdi Kanu, they are three different cases. What we are here for is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's ordeal, his abduction, incarceration, and case that, ran from 2015 till date. Gulak shooting was in 2021. It has nothing to do with agitation of Biafra. He went to southeastern Nigeria the very day first sit-at-home enforcement, began. And today we see him, he died. We see him die of an unknown circumstance, and nobody could actually unravel what went wrong that day. The invitee, the person that invited him, is Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma is in a position to tell the whole world better. Simple, better. It isn't Nnamdi Kanu, nor those youths whose lives were wasted. If Hope Uzodinma could go to the court and testify in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, later, ICC.
Okay, in a viral video, we've seen Dr. Ogozi Orabueze, get angry. She said what? She said the Finnish government have finally reported herself to the US government. He said she's a terrorist and she's causing unrest in Nigeria. And she has come out to accuse Finland. She said Finland, the oil and gas in the Biafran land is what is making Finland government, finally work with Nigeria government to nail Ekpa and nail herself, and even possibly Nnamdi Kanu to stop Biafra.
There's a weight on what Orabueze is saying, because to my greatest, everybody's surprised anyway, not only me. Someone else wouldn't have been lasted this long in jail. Let me put it jail. Though Finland did not jail him. The kind of restriction given to him is over protracted. We did not expect it to be, protracted, overstretched. That's why it began to look as if Finland has actually sold out. I repeat it again. It began to look as if Finland has actually sold out by the kind of restriction, given to Simon Ekpa. So overstretched, so over protracted, because Simon Ekpa is supposed to have come out, become a free man by now. And you see, by delaying, restricting Simon Ekpa, many actually died in the southeastern Nigeria of Fulani herdsmen terrorism. They had upper hand because Simon Ekpa was is no longer operating, defending his father's land. So what Orabueze has come out to say, I read meaning in it. I was asking myself, is this the same Finland that actually supported the Biafra I know in 1966, 67, 68 to 1970? Has Finland not begun to sell out, accepting bribe, crude oil for bribe, natural gas for bribe? Of course, all these resources are from southeastern Nigeria. Tinubu, who comes from southwest, wouldn't have done that. The Yoruba I know wouldn't have allowed their oil, their gas, natural gas, to be used as a bait against their citizens. Biafran citizens, Finland and other European countries collecting bribe, crude oil for bribe, natural gas for bribe, allowing killings, genocide committed going on in Igbo land. Yoruba land cannot allow that. Hausa land cannot allow it. But because Igbos were oppressed, persecuted, and over marginalized, they are using our natural resources to bribe the white man, the West, to at least oppress, unalive, delay, and pie, and even castrate the same Igbo people. Simon Ekpa has overstayed in incarceration in Finland. I think that Finland has actually sold out by collecting our natural gas, our crude oil, and turn against us. I don't see what is right again aligning with Finland. Finland has actually failed in their own, international duty, over Biafra emancipation. They have duty, they have responsibility to play and they have failed this time. I think they have actually mingled or joined forces with Tinubu government oppressing the same Igbo people, Biafran people. I'm telling you, oil and gas for settlement or bribe, Finland has actually deviated. Ngozi Ohabueze could not have been so wrong or misquoted on what allegation she's coming out very lately. She is right. I think America should investigate Finland. Finland has sold out.
But why do you think that Finland want to do this? Number one, and number two, do you think that the US government can really do what Finland did to Samanekpa? Do you think that US can do that to Ngozi by arresting her?
No. United States of America can never do such. If you look at Ohabueze is a very plain woman. She's the current Biafran minister in exile. I think Trump will never ever descend so low. Actually, Ohabueze, Nnamdi Kanu, Samanekpa, and other diaspora Biafrans join forces together and campaign for Donald Trump's victory so far. Africans that voted for him, 50% of those Africans are Igbos, if not 60. Igbos are many in the United States. Most of the Igbo slaves that were left behind during the Booker T. Washington, free of slavery in America, 60% are Igbos. Joined together with the Igbos that just went into the United States in search of greener pasture. We are the one that gave Donald Trump most of the black votes. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't see Trump descending so low. It can never come down, stoop so low. Like Trump cannot do that. Ohabueze is having upper hand, complaining rightly in the right time of where Finland is not getting it right. I think Trump would have at least understood that Ohabueze has nothing to do with